Content disclaimer: the views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed. It's about guiding people. Only way you can make the world better is if you make the people better. It's about showing them the light of hope in themselves and their family. Everything in this universe is all about simplicity.
Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numerovator from the king. Learn the foundation from the king. And I push it. 1 + 1 is 2. Be precise. 3 + 2 is 5. Guard your mind. Me plus you is mathematician. Learn from the one Numerovator. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numerovator from the king. Learn the foundation from the king. And I push it. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numerovator from the king. Learn the foundation from the king.
No, it's not about reading, it's about guiding. I don't do readings, I do consultations because you should know yourself. As good as the back of your hand, you should know yourself. I want everyone out there to be clear that this is to serve you like a GPS serves you. Remember, each of us has guaranteed ourselves success. Be that Magi family, be that magician, be that numerational motivated force. People make the world go round. Doom, 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 doom. People make the world go round. Yes, 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 yes. You know, people make the world go round. That's interesting. Interesting. Let me see. People make the world go round. People make the world go round. Yes, 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 yes. Greetings to one and all, everybody. Today is 11/17, and it all adds up to 17. Interesting what's going on in this month, huh? 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 7 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 equals 17. The reflection is back and in full effect through this whole month. The number that the personal date that it lands on, it comes right back in the addition. When you add up the month, the day, and the year that we're in, powerful, powerful. And like I told you, that number November is actually the ninth month, but it is dubbed the 11th month. And so 9/11 is very strong in this time. 411, like I told you before in one of my lives, that's very strong also. Information and emergencies and alerting. So this month is a very strong month. It's a very, and plus the 11 itself and the number 9 itself, both are higher levels of higher level frequencies in the study of numerology and numerovation. And so big up to everybody that is celebrating their birthday, and enjoy it. Enjoy it while you still have, and you have people that don't like to celebrate the day they were born, and that's you. But it's a Earth Day or a birthing day for your mother, but it's a born day or an Earth Day for you. Celebration is required in our ancient customs beyond what European has taught us. Celebration as we come in, and celebration as we go out. It's not about the labor. They've made it a laboring thing when in actuality it's supposed to be a family thing. Giving birth is not just a woman's thing. Giving birth is actually the family, the man, the woman, both sides of the family are supposed to show love and be in celebration of the child coming through. But we've messed up. We've fallen so far away from the celebratory aspects of coming into this realm, and we've fallen away from the celebratory aspects of leaving this realm, especially if you came here to serve a greater purpose, or finally recognize that you're here to serve a greater purpose, because everyone has a purpose. Even the knucklehead has a purpose. Even the quote unquote dunce amongst us has a purpose. So, you know, I was sharing some information with somebody yesterday, a friend of mine's, a person whom I dub a friend now. I don't really look for new friends. However, I do have associates in different levels in different places. Uh, I was sharing that, and I didn't finish sharing what I wanted to share. But, a lot of brothers and sisters out there that claim to be healers can be some of the worst people in their past, in their presence, and going towards their future if they haven't healed from their traumas. It can be some of the worst people. So no one, and I said that to the person, that no one has a monopoly on healing. No one has a monopoly on healing. Do not ever let anybody ever think that, you know, that the least of thee or the greatest of thee, quote unquote, those two words, the least of thee and the greatest of thee have the monopoly in healing. Dr. Sabi did not have the monopoly in healing. Queen Afua does not have the monopoly in healing. Dr. Africa did not have the monopoly in healing. Paul Goss haven't had. These people went through their stuff to become known as what they're known today. So no one out there, no one that they claim, there's no big eyes and little U's. No big eyes and little U's in this universe. The big eyes and the little U's are created construct to make people higher than the other, to set up those higher echelons, to control people. You know, but energy is energy. And it's how you manipulate and use energy for your benefit, whether it's on a high level or low level, that's totally up to you. So the quote that I have up here comes from a book that I just found in my archives. And the name of the book is called A Hero in Every Heart by H. Jackson Brown Jr. and Robin Spitzman. And the quote is, "May our adversities make us strong. May our victories make us wise. And may our actions make us proud." Very profound saying. And they have a whole bunch of sayings too, so I'll probably be pulling out a lot of sayings because it's been in my archives buried deep. And I found Gil Scott Heron's book that he gave me, two of the books that he gave me. I found a book that an ex-girlfriend gave me from about the Akan tribe and all of that. And I found the Little Black book that myself and Star from Star Report was talking about, written by Carol Taylor. I found those books and I had to pull them out. I even found a dictionary and I even pulled the dictionary out because I love dictionaries. So don't be caught under any, and I've been caught under the illusion of this person is the great healer and this person is the great philosopher and this is the master this and the master that. That's why I don't want anyone to call me a master anything. Sound like you're calling me a slave master. Even that word is English for something, for something that was not the best word in our sojourn here in America or in the Caribbean or throughout the world as melanated people. They always wanted to be a master over us because they seen the extraordinary healing things or the extraordinary things that we did in building different edifices and building different temples and different great things. So the quote, "May our adversities make us strong." Let's start off with that first quote. When adversities come into your life, what do you do? How do you do? How do you handle it? Do you go and crawl up into a little box and cry it out or whatever you do? Or did it make you stronger when you went through that adversity? And adversity can come in multiple levels. You might rent, you might be striving to get that mortgage or pay off this, that, and that's an adversity. It might be an adversity at the job. May our adversities make us strong, because adversities or challenges are here to make us strong. Do you know, according to the science, that if we didn't have gravitational force in this realm, that our bodies would probably pull apart and everything would probably be, because there's pressure being applied to every part of our body, every cubic feet of our body, it can crush us. But because we have even a force inside of us that is meeting the force outside of us, that we're able to maintain this solid body. And this is the law of nature as we come into this realm, because there is a gravitational force always being pushed towards us. And there's another force inside of us pushing outwardly to maintain the balance. So we see the human body today. And it's not being crushed by the gravitational force and the atmosphere. Instead, we're able to move and do what we have to do. I mean, it gets deeper with that science, but I remember back in the day in the 90s, Dr. Khalid Muhammad teaching that. And that's how Dr. Khalid was a strategic mental motivator for men back in the day when we was in the Nation of Islam under the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad through the guidance of the honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. So Khalid used to teach us about pressure and different scientific nuances that we need to understand what makes us connected to the universal force of things. So even the pressure that's on our body, on every cubic square inch of our body, is an adversity. It's an adversity. It's a challenge to the body. It's a challenge. It's a challenge to the body. So may our adversities make us strong. We are stronger as we gotten older in this realm as a child, because remember, the child's body is more frail and weak, but we've gotten stronger through the adversities of the outside atmosphere. And then the whatever energy we have, what we call spirit, or whatever energy we have that we call spirit, or whatever we call it, or there's various names in different language, the Dharma and all that kind of stuff, but it is always battling with that, the atmospheric pressure of what we acceptance of in this realm. So may our adversities make us strong, and may our victories make us wise. How many victories have made you wiser when you've overcame certain things, when you accomplished a certain goal, when you're going through, you could be in school and you're going through certain exams after exams, and it can knock you down. It can really knock you down. But every part of your life, even with family and friends, is an adversity that can lead to a victory. And the word victories or victorious, the root word is victory. Having to accomplish something on a greater magnitude, or being victorious over overcoming something to be victorious, whether you're running a race, whether you're swimming a lap, whatever you're doing, you just got to remember the adversities is the other side of the victories. The adversities is the other side of the victories. Because some people have ran into certain adverse moments and given up. Many people have given up their life, given up and taken their life because of adversities they felt they couldn't handle. I've been down that road. I know that road very well. I felt that certain points I couldn't handle. And sometimes you have to leave it alone. Sometimes you have to retreat. Sometimes you have to fight. Sometimes you have to take flight. But each adversity is put in front of us to see if we will become victorious in whatever adversity is presented. Then the last part of this quote is, may our actions make us proud. How many of your actions have made you proud over the years? How many actions of your action have made your mother, your father proud, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, your teachers? Made you proud? Because a very important part of this whole thing is that you are proud of your actions at the end of the day. That's why in the 42 laws of Ma'at, or understanding the featherweight of the heart and a feather is very important. And some of us are still growing to become it and live it and be it. May our adversities make us strong. May our victories make us wise. And may our actions make us proud. I'm proud of the things that I've grown to become and understand and understand. I'm very proud of that. I'm proud of my children because some of them have gone through some stuff. I'm proud of people like you that I might not even know, that you even take the time out to listen to your brother who dropped out of high school, had to take GED. Do my thing. Thank you very much for supporting and buying a badge. Thank you very much. Jay Swivel. Thank you very much. That is very energetic of you, because when you energize by circulating energy, the energy comes back to you. And watch, it's going to come back to you within the day too. And maybe this is what the energy you needed, and that's why you shared your energy by buying a badge. Even the word badge is a very important significance when you do the numerovation for the word badge. Although badges are given to people of authority or law enforcement, the word badge in numerology, and I'm not going to go to the board, but I'm just going to write it on this paper and break it down right here, the importance of that badge that we are using. It's from the Chaldean perspective. The word badge adds up to a number 15, which is a 6, and 6 is the number of love, balance, truth. So when you buy a badge, that means you're showing some form of love for what you're hearing and what I'm sharing with you. That's deep. But remember I said badges are usually given to people in law enforcement. The number 6 is also the number of balance and justice in certain aspects of numerology. So for a badge to be given to a sheriff or a police officer, because they're supposed to bring the balance of justice. So the word badge, because it adds up to the number 15, and in tarot, we know that's called the devil card, but it's also the number of the of the battling between the physical and the spiritual realm. 1 and 5 deals with creativity and the need to be able to be versatile in whatever you do. And then it adds up to the number 6, which deals with love, truth, justice, reciprocity, healing, and forgiveness. So giving a badge of honor or badge to your friend, or buying a badge from me, you're showing love from the Chaldean perspective, which is a more ancient and older system. But I will look at it from the Pythagorean perspective, which is 3, 11, and 5 equals. And it adds up to a number 19. In numerology, the number 19 is the number of the sun. So when one sees a badge, it brightens up their life. When someone buys a badge, it brightens up that person's life. I'm looking at the numbers, but it also shines light on that person that's showing love. Because remember, the number 19 is the number of the sun, according to tarot numerology. And in the Chaldean is the number 6, 15. So you're shining light on things. You're shining light on the love that you have to share. I'm just showing you how it all works through the mathematics of it. But getting back to the point, may our adversities make us strong. May our victories make us wise. May our actions make us proud. Why it's important that we strive for actions that will make you proud, because it helps and allows you to maintain a good name on these streets. Good name on these streets, because sometimes back in the day, some of us have done some real heinous acts, crazy sexual acts, probably rode a pole or pimped or whatever we did. Actions. Thank you very much, Holly Hammett, for buying a badge. Thank you very much for sharing that. Like I said, that word badge is a powerful word when it comes to shining lights on things and showing your love from a basic perspective. Thank you very much for buying a badge. But although we've went through the stuff that we had to learn from and our adversities that made us victorious, whether you used to sell your body, sister, whether brothers, and some brothers that sell their body, they call themselves gigolos and all that kind of stuff. And, and whether you used to do any crazy stuff on the street, it's not about where you're at that time. It's the journey that you're taking right now. So where you may have been at that time, you got to look at it for that lesson, that hard lesson that you needed to learn so it can become a blessing to serve the greater purpose. So the adversities of your past is the victory of your presence, to make sure you recognize the actions going forward into your future.
Let's go.
It's the Numerovational session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now. Some people think that this esoteric knowledge is for the rich and powerful. When in actuality, the so-called 85% has a spark in them that if it is sparked through numerology, astrology, numerovation, whatever, it will raise them up from an 85%, maybe to a 10%, and eventually they become the 5%, the poor or prosperous righteous teachers. You gotta understand that this knowledge is not just for one class of people. We gotta get out of the class. It's about guiding people. Only way you can make the world better is if you make the people better. about showing them the light of hope in themselves and their family. Everything in this universe is all about synchronicity.
Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numerovator from the king. Learn the foundation from the king. Nana push 1 + 1 is 2. Be precise. 3 + 2 is 5. Guard your mind. Me plus you is mathematician. Learn from V1 Numerovator. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numerovator from the king. Learn the foundation from the king. Nana push numbers are simple, no people are complicated. Numerovator from the king. Learn the foundation from the king.
No, it's not about reading, it's about guiding. I don't do readings, I do consultation, because you should know yourself. As good as the back of your hand, you should know yourself. I want everyone out there to be clear that this is to serve you like a GPS serves you. Remember, each of us has guaranteed ourselves success. Be that magi family, be that magician, be that numerovational motivated force.